Hey friends, it's Crystal with Find the Deals with Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today, friends, I have a Goodwill haul for y'all. Yes, friends, and this was like a surprise Goodwill find. So, they were really busy and I just kind of popped in there out of the blue and I was just finding like one thing after the next. So my hands were full. I did not have time to, pull out my camera to film for you, but I did want to share my exciting finds with you. So when I first came in, there were these baskets nestled together. And this is the one that was on the bottom. Look at this, y'all. It's got the handles. Oh my goodness. Look how big this is. This was a $4.99. And I got this because Cinnamon has her, which first of all, these baskets are great to thrift if you maybe are going to make a large gift basket for someone with blankets or towels or what have you. This one's probably in a little more rougher condition that you probably wouldn't want to gift this, but I love it. You could put, extra blankets in here, like throw blankets, but I'm going to use it for Miss Cinnamon, who is my fur baby. She already has her babies, all her toys in a basket, but it's square, and this one is just bigger. So that's what I think I'm gonna put her babies in here. But I mean, I thought this was such a nice find for $4.99, y'all, and it's so large. So always check out your Goodwill. You can find all kinds of nice baskets, and baskets this size, I mean, this size right here probably at TJ Maxx would be a good $29.99 at least. So always check out your thrift stores and Goodwill. The handles are in good condition. You can maybe even use it for a laundry basket. If you just wanted to jazz up your laundry basket. But I absolutely love this. So this was the first thing that I found. And I was like, yes, please. I need that. And then I found this piece, y'all. This is just fantastic. This is actually by Broyhill. The tag is still on it. It is a woven lantern. Look at this, y'all. It has the remote control still attached. Now, the only thing, there's the bottom. The only thing that's the problem is this. This is like broken, which, you probably could fix it if I wanted to use this for it to hang. I could probably fix it. Or I even thought about possibly even just cutting this side off and just using the lantern like this. But how beautiful is this? You can tell this came from Big Lots and it's marked out, but it was like $39.99. And friends, I got this for $9.99 for $10. Isn't this gorgeous? It does require 3 AAA batteries, which I put in there, and there we go. Do you see the flickering candle in there? How beautiful is this? To me, this would be great even outside, maybe on a patio. You could use it indoors. You could put it around a fireplace. You could put it on a covered front porch. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Isn't this beautiful? I was really excited. I know when I bought it and checked out, the lady said, oh my gosh, this is so nice. What are you going to do with it? I said, I don't know yet, but I'm sure I will figure something out. So I just thought this was absolutely gorgeous for 10 bucks, y'all. So I'm telling you, and like I said, I probably could fix this. Or I could just remove this and maybe even put, a different string or ribbon if I actually want to hang it. Or again, I think it'd be perfect, you know, sitting on the floor. You could elevate it on a riser, on a small stool, or you could even set it on a tabletop. But I thought this was fantastic. So outside of this handle, it is in perfect condition. And it even came with a remote control, which I thought is amazing. It's like they never used it, so maybe the handle just broke and they said, just forget it. So anyway, y'all, I was really excited to find this. And then the next thing I found, so it's so windy, y'all, here in North Carolina, but the weather is absolutely gorgeous. So I said, I gotta come out here. It is 76 degrees, so it is a little on the warmer side, but the breeze makes it very, very comfortable. So I hope you guys are having some beautiful weather where you are. Now, maybe if you watched my living room fall tour, you would have seen that tree with the maple leaves that are like the burnt orange and a little bit of red in there that lights up, that I got from Hobby Lobby with like the 40% off was like $23, $24. Well, look at this. Look at this, y'all. How perfect is this? This is the pot, which now you could really elevate it by putting it in a taller pot. Even a pot that's made out of something like this, or really more so kind of like this, like the woven basket. But of course, one that's more scaled to the size for this. But this was $5.99. How cute is this? Perfect for the fall. I even feel like this would even work into winter, because I mean, in wintertime, our leaves are, they've turned brown, y'all. But I also thought that I could jazz it up a little bit. I could take some of those lights from Dollar Tree, the battery operated ones, and wind it around here to light it up. But I just loved this. For $5.99, I said, get in my buggy, y'all. Get in my buggy. Well, I actually didn't have a buggy, so get in my arms. I was carrying all this. But how cute is that? I mean, I know the leaves are brown, but you know, this year for fall, brown has been my color. But I feel like you could use it indoors, you could use it outdoors. You could definitely nestle this near a fireplace. Again, you could put it under a covered porch. And again, we can elevate it by putting it in a different type of basket for the bottom. Matter of fact, I've got one that I have a different plan in, so give me a second. I'm gonna go grab it and actually show you how much, if you just put it over in a container, how much it'll elevate the look of that. Hold on. Okay, so this is another basket that I had thrifted a while back, several months ago, from Goodwill for $2.99. It actually had like a trash can insert, and I just took that out. But look, this is what you would want to do. Look at that. Look how it just elevates the look of your tree by putting it in a container like that. So that is also something that you can do. So I was really excited to find this for only $5.99, y'all. I said, it's got to come home with me. Now, while I've got the other basket out, I also found this. Now, they had these cable tied together. Look at these ferns. Aren't they beautiful? $3.99. I paid $3.99 for both of them. So $2 a piece, and look at them. I mean, they are just gorgeous. Now, again, you could use these indoors, outdoors. You could even come in here like a basket like this to even just, you know, plop in some greenery. Yeah, but you could, if you have a vase. So I'm probably gonna end up putting these maybe on my covered front porch. Some of my mums, the real mums I bought, are dying. So I need to take those containers. I've got like one of the big ones sitting over in a bigger container that I also thrifted. But I thought for $3.99, I thought these were gorgeous. So again, this is two of them. And I just thought, man, so when I also checked out, the lady said, you know, I have some ferns like this and they've been on my deck. She said, and they've been in the sun and everything, and they have not faded. She said they look just like this. So I was so excited to find these. And if you know, if you've priced greenery and ferns and stuff like that, they can be expensive. So I thought $3.99 for 2 of those was a fantastic find. Now, I thought this was a fun, cute find. This is by Elise, Make Entertaining Easy, 32 guest napkins with the blueberries. Look how cute. These were $1.99, brand new. I thought these would be perfect for the springtime, or honestly, you can use them anytime, year round. Maybe if you're doing, you know, a blue theme, or a, you know, a blue dinner party, or blueberries, then how cute would this be for your napkins? You could also use these maybe in your guest bathroom, you know, for napkins for people to use to wipe their hands. But I just thought these were so nice, and for $1.99, I had to get them, y'all. Now, this was something I was kind of like, I don't know if I should get it or not. But the more I looked at it, I thought, why not just get it? Because you know your girl loves animal print. Now, I don't like snakes at all. But I know this is going to be snake print, y'all. But look at this. Look at this. It looks brand new. It's got the zippers, perfect for traveling. I thought you could use it for a makeup. If you wanted, maybe you could put a curling iron or a hair dryer, or maybe even, you know, some pajamas, maybe a overnight, just a one night overnight stay, a trip. Maybe put you some pajamas and your panties and, you know, your toothbrush, and maybe just the essentials that you need just for one night. I just thought this was so cute, and it zips. So again, I kept thinking about it, and I said, Crystal, just get it. It was $3.99, y'all. $3.99. So I thought it was in excellent condition. And even again, you know, if you have a friend, somebody you know who loves this pattern, or you think about when you see it, like this could be the gift packaging, and you could fill it full of goodies to gift to them, and it's something they can use. It's got a nice handle. I honestly also thought that if you're traveling, you could put your laptop in here, or maybe your iPad, maybe you have a business meeting. You could put your iPad, you could put your notepad, pens, pencils, highlighters, erasers, you know, what have you. So I think this has so many multi-use. And again, it was only $3.99. And let's see, it says S&B. Okay, Samantha Brown. So I don't know who Samantha Brown is, but girl, I like the bag. So I got it for $3.99. I thought this was a fantastic find. And then I saw these, and I thought, you know, these are going to be perfect for my raised garden beds. I love tomatoes. Me and my daughter love tomatoes. I did grow some this year. They did great. I've had a bunch of them that finally turned red. So we've been enjoying those. But look what I found. They had 3 of them. I only bought 2 of them because one of them, the bottoms were kind of too bent. But for $2.99, look at this. These are 2 together. This is and the tags were still on them. This is a 42-inch galvanized tomato cage for $2.99. There's 2 of them. So $2.99 or $2.59. $2.99. I got 2 of them. So how perfect will these be for my raised garden bed in the spring, y'all, when it's time to do my tomatoes? because tomatoes, you know, they always, as they're growing, those tomatoes get heavy. They need something to prop on and lean on. So I said, yes, please, for $2.99. I will take 2 of them. Again, I didn't buy the third one because the bottom here, like these, were all bent and these were not. These are in great condition. So I did grab both of these. But friends, I got all of this for under, taking my earring off, y'all, for under $40, less than $40, y'all. The basket, the lantern that lights up with the candle, 2 ferns, the maple tree. I even got napkins to use for my guest or to maybe plan a fun blueberry dinner party. Or if you're just using the blues, the navies, these are just beautiful. And of course, they were marked for, it's hard to see it in there, but they were $6.99. Wherever they sold, they were $6.99. And I got them for $1.99. And then tomato cages. And that Samantha Brown bag, y'all. So, wow, wow, wow. I thought this was a fantastic thrifting haul, y'all. I was so excited. Again, I just randomly decided to pop in there. That's why sometimes you just never know. And yeah, I just went in there and I found all these goodies. So you just never know. Sometimes you can go and not find anything, and other times you can go and it's like you hit the jackpot. So this was my Goodwill jackpot, y'all, for less than $40. Let me know in the comments below if you saw something that you liked and if you think this was a good haul. And friends, if you have not subscribed, make sure that you do. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Friends, I just wanted to show you the little tree from my Goodwill haul. How I just put it in another thrifted basket to just kind of elevate it. And then I used some little lights that I had. I'll probably find some more to put a little more lights on there, but they're just battery operated from a Dollar Tree. So this is the little maple leaf plant that I found for $5.99 at the Goodwill. And friends, this is the lantern that was regular price $40 at Big Lots, and I got it at the Goodwill for $9.99. I did decide to cut the handle off, but remember it came with a remote control. It's off. And now we're gonna turn it back on. And how beautiful is that, the way it illuminates against the wall? A perfect score for only $9.99. Friends, this is the basket that I hauled and showed you from the Goodwill for $4.99. Look, it's perfectly holding Miss Cinnamon's babies.